Hello, everyone. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good day. Well, there is Miss Twinkle Toes herself, Miss Lilybell. She's having a dream. Jonah is up in the cat condo, and Sydney just came in, and hopefully he's not being a pain. So today is the 3rd of June, 2023, and how the old wives' tale goes, old farmer's tale, whatever it is, the 3rd of the month is a reflection of how the rest of the month will go. So today it's supposed to be 31. And as long as the humidity stays down, I'm okay. So I've got nearly every fan running in the house. I have my floor fan over here, but I turned it off because it's pretty noisy. So, okay, I am working here on Hope and Love. I finished off this alphabet, okay, and now I'm on this, and I will be going up to the letter F, and then I'm going to stop. So I think I will have done pretty good to get, this alphabet done. So, and then I think I'm going to work on Purple Lady. And I worked on her before. She's a custom. And so I am going to get her out and work on her for a bit. Oh my gosh. Come on. She's like a Victorian lady with a hat on. And it's kind of in purples. Okay, so come on. There. So, yeah. So today is going to be a scorcher, and I feel it. This morning my hands were just swollen up. A lot of fluid retention due to the heat. You'd think, though, that you would want to get rid of the fluid, because it just, your body would just, want to get rid of it. But it didn't. So I was going to go for a bike ride today, but my chest is sore again. So I'm not going to do it. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. I just don't want to aggravate it. And it's already quite hot out there. It's like 25 degrees, but feels like 30. So, no, not going to do it. So, yeah. It's hard to believe we're already in the first weekend of June. Oh my gosh. Man. Here. So. So, yeah. I guess tonight they're having the music there at Eriksdale Music Shop again. And tonight is the tribute to Hee Haw. If any of you have seen Hee Haw, like I grew up with that. Like that was Saturday night. Yeah, it was comedy, sketches, singing, I guess some square dancing. And I believe that's basically where Dolly Parton got her start. I mean, she had gotten her start there singing, for other things, but she was on Hee Haw quite a few times. Oh my gosh, I don't think that's gonna go. Okay. I'm tired of fighting it. Today is not the day that I am going to fight with this. So, there. So, I'm going to do this and this. And, I wish I could go to things like that, but for one thing, it's $22 to go. I mean, it's worth it, and you're supporting things, but that's $22, right? And right now, I can't afford that. What do you want? What? What are you doing? Sydney! What are you doing? What are you doing, you little pain? What do you want? What are you doing? There's Sydney. There he is. Oh my goodness. Hi, Sydney. Nice for you to join us. Nope. Didn't want to stay. He was, I don't know where he goes, but when I called him there this morning, he was way over, almost like in the swamp there, next door, behind the church. And, yeah. So, but yeah, it's going to be a hot one. There were thunderstorms and they were all around us. Oh, that's not quite straight. There. So, and we didn't get anything. We did not get anything. Not a drop of rain. Not a drop of rain. And there are forest fires almost entirely across Canada now. And that smoke is everywhere. Now, this morning I listened to Dutchson's. And if you don't know who he is the guy who kind of sort of predicts earthquakes. The way that Jim Birkeland used to do. And, of course, the USBS doesn't listen to them. And, but anyway, he's usually pretty accurate. So anyway, he did a thing this morning on the fires in the east. So around, what are you doing? Sydney. He showed how fires were springing up all over, like Quebec and, the East Coast and that. So, but he said something that really kind of intrigued me. And I wonder, like, is it possible? I can see it being possible But is it that it is what's going on? I don't know. Anyway, he thought perhaps that as the North American craton is, and everything underneath the ground is moving, right? That it's generating heat. And the heat gets to be so intense and it rises to the surface of the earth. And it sets the roots of trees on fire. It's an interesting concept. Very, very interesting. So, very, very interesting. If you're just joining me, thank you so very much. I'm up to 574. Oh my goodness. I need only 26 more to get to 600. Oh, it's so close. And then I only need another 400 to get to 1,000 to become monetized. So, yeah. And no, I won't get rich on the monetization. You have to have, like, 100,000 subscribers to really kind of get somewhere, right? So, no, I cannot live on it. And I would say I could buy peanuts with it, but nowadays, that's even impossible. I could maybe, even penny candy. How many of you remember penny candy? And that's when penny candy was a penny. Now that same penny candy goes for like 10 cents. Alrighty, let me see where I am. Okay. So, yep. So, anyways, like I said, thank you so very much for joining me. If you are just new here, please like, share, subscribe, comment. That helps my channel grow. And on my channel, yes, I do cross-stitching. And yes, I do maybe perhaps paper crafts, or I'm going to try and get into making gnomes here. I'm just slowly starting to gather up my supplies. I have enough coffee creamer bottles to last me. Oh, I got to sneeze. I think I have a sneeze coming. Just a minute. Oh, gosh. Oh, don't you just... It's like it's there, but it doesn't want to come. Okay. When all else fails, blow your nose. Oh. And of course, my asthma is bothering me because of the heat and humidity. So, Ugh. There. That's better. So, but, yeah, so, on my channel, I accept any crafts at all. Whatever crafts you want to do. You know, leather crafts, glass etching, diamond painting, quilting, fabric crafts, gluing crafts. If you play checkers, do Sudoku, crossword puzzles, you know, anything. Just come and join me. And we'll sit here and we'll talk. And yes, I do talk about life, especially here in Eriksdale, Manitoba, Canada, which is straight north of Winnipeg. And Winnipeg is straight north of Grand Forks and Fargo, North Dakota. Okay, so if you know where those places are, just keep following it up. And yes, people live up here. And yes, we have summer here. Mm. Yeah. So, anyway, and so yeah, I welcome everybody. I do talk about my faith. Now, if that's something you don't want to hear, you can always skip it. I would hope you would listen to it. But if you choose to skip it, that's your choice. You know, it's the one gift that God gives us is freedom of choice. We can either accept Him or reject Him. And I do pray at the end of my videos. And again, you are free to do whatever you like. Some people enjoy that and others don't. And some people are of different faiths, but I welcome all faiths. You know, like Jewish and Muslim, and I don't think we have any Muslim people on here. I know there's a few Jewish people, but it's open to everybody. I do have a dedicated, there's the dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. And to become a member there, you must answer the question, name one of my sidekicks. And when you do that, and I've vetted you, then, yep, you can come in. I'll let you in. And just because you answer the question does not mean that you're going to get in, because I look back on Facebook or YouTube or something and see I'm not there to snoop. I'm there just to see that you are legitimate, that your name hasn't been stolen or your identity hasn't been stolen. So there's the dedicated email address, which is stitchingintheinterlake@gmail.com. So Yeah, I speak about, what it's like to live here. First of all, in Canada, and second of all, in Manitoba, and third, in Eriksdale, which is my community, which is a very small rural community. Very small rural community. And no, you're not going to find like a Starbucks or a Tim Hortons or Toys R Us or The Source or dollar store of any kind. Dollarama, Dollar Tree. There's nothing here. Once you leave Winnipeg, there's nothing until you get up to Thompson, which is a good 9 hours away. So, but yes, the mail comes to the post office, and no, it doesn't arrive by dog sled. I think we as Canadians, especially those of us in rural settings, understand that. Yeah. People outside of Canada, I don't think they get it. I don't think you all get it. Unless you've been here, And I'm not talking about just going to Toronto or Vancouver. That's not seeing Canada. Seeing Canada is getting out into the rural areas, right? Every province, every state has a city, and all cities basically look alike. Yes, Toronto has the CN Tower, and Winnipeg has the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, and there's in Winnipeg is the Assiniboine Zoo, and there's everything, right? The houses, the streets, the stores are basically all the same. But when you get out into the rural area and really go to the small country stores, come to, a community yard sale. See what it's like to live and be around. Come to these small country festivals, like what's going on tonight at the Eriksdale Music Shop. So it's yeah. It's that's really, and I mean, like that probably goes for anywhere, right? As soon as you leave the big city and leave all the big crime and street lights and the blaring horns and stuff like that. Leave that all behind and go into the rural areas. Go to a farmer's market. go to visit some of these antique shops that are nestled away in the countryside. You know, like there's so much to offer. Go to the small towns. Now, I'm not talking, because what is a small town here is not how you in the States refer to as a small town. Okay? A small town here in rural Manitoba, and actually anywhere, is basically a town with no street lights or traffic lights, no no, like where you hear fire trucks and sirens running around and 4-lane highways and all that. Just go, like for us, a small town is like 500 people, 1,000 people. Like in our area, in our whole area, we have, I don't know, I'm guessing. This is just purely a guesstimate. We have like maybe 5,000 people. I think. Okay, so where am I here? So I got that. I did something wrong again. So I did that. Okay, there. And I went there. And I have... Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah. Small towns are where you can, kids can play hockey on the streets. You can ride down the middle of the street where people will come to town on their ATV. I guess in Alberta, they come riding on a horse. It's a much slower pace here. Much slower. And we have 2 grocery stores here in town. And the co-op here is supposed to be expanding. And we're all hoping that this building between the co-op grocery and the co-op hardware, that this old building will be torn down. Oh my goodness. I am just batting 1,000 here today, peeps. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, back to this again. Okay. So we will do this. And I will do this. Oops. Oh, goodness. So, tomorrow there will be a live from 12:30 to 1:30. That's Central Daylight Time, so Manitoba, North Dakota, South Dakota, Missouri, Texas, Oklahoma, those places. And And that's to be found on YouTube. So I do that 3 Sundays a month, and the 4th Sunday, because that's when Father Paul comes, it's just, he comes on the 3rd Sunday of every month. So, but, yeah. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow. It would be nice to see everybody, and there you can ask me questions and that. So, yeah, and we are usually a great bunch of people. Oh, I was going to say, Charles, he's one of my subscribers. He's having surgery on Monday. So I pray, Charles, that your surgery goes well and you will be back with us, very quickly. And may the Lord heal you fast. Mm-hmm. And don't push it. If you're not ready to stitch, don't push it. Perhaps it's a good time to read or catch up on your TV shows. So, yeah. So, okay there. I got my B done. And now I'm going to go on to my C. I only have 4 letters left to go. And these won't take very long. So, this is from Hands Across the Sea. And this is the Hope and Love sampler by Clara and Maud Pickernell, 1881. It's a Bristol Orphanage sampler. You can find this on the website Hands Across the Sea. And she's got lots and lots and lots of charts, even if you don't do this one. I have, I don't know, 3, 4 more others. But this, I think, is the biggest one I've got. So, I am... And you can get it as PDF because I like PDF. I don't like the paper ones. And because I look at it on my iPad. And that's how I stitch. So, yes. So after I get these letters done, I am going to get my purple lady out. And I'm going to stitch on her. Now, she is a printed design. I like this. I just work on whatever that I want to. I know I do have my one of my fairy places there stitching is calling me too. So, and Wednesday this coming week we will be starting on our first Wednesday as Counting June. So, if you don't normally do Counted, it is the time to get out a nice pattern and a small one. If you've never done it before, a very easy one. And I will show you how to do counted. As you can see, it's no different than, doing printed, except you need to count your squares, right? So, like, this is 1 square, just like on printed. And then I have to go up 1, because that's what the pattern calls for. So I just follow it. And as you can see, like, especially when you get into places and you're not sure if it's, you're better to count twice and stitch once. Okay. But see here, this is continuous. So it's not much of a problem. So, all right, everybody, I guess that's it for now. And I am sweltering. I'm going to put this other fan on right now. Close the curtains right up. So, okay, so that's where I am. And after I'm done this up here, that's it. I'm finished this until the next time. So, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Miss Wingle. Those yourself, Miss Lilybell. And Jonah up there in the cat condo. And Sydney, he's probably over in the pantry there, curled up. It's a little bit cooler over there. And yeah, I guess that's it. So, thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough for me that you would die on the cross for me so that my sins may be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the live, and the live does not get posted, okay? The live will never be posted because it is 2 hours long, and it would take a week to load, okay? Because I just don't have the ability to load 2 hours. I just don't. My internet, no way. So, yeah. So if you can just join us, that would be great. All right, everybody, I guess, and I hope and pray to see you tomorrow. God willing, of course. Toodle-oodles, everybody.